have any thoughts about the resolution of those unsolved homicides?
In fact, I released a plan to do that this past weekend to tackle this issue. The disparities of clearance rates of homicide victims involving black people versus white people. 90%.
And I think the New York Times article indicated that black folks, and I know that Commissioner Evans was vehemently opposed to the portrayal that there was any less effort being done. Now Commissioner Gross has inherited that, had inherited that monkey ear, so to speak.
Right. I mean, facts don't lie, right? What is it effort or is it something else? The fact is that there's a clear disparity here, right? So what can we do about it? And I think actually this is one of the places where it becomes critical to elect someone like me, who understands both sides, who lives in the community, is raised in a family in the community, and also been a prosecutor and been a lawmaker, right? One of the things I think that we need to do right away is which Ralph Martin used to have, and I'm suggesting something even more comprehensive. Ralph Martin, who was
former
Suffolk County DA,
that's correct.
As folks didn't know. He's a cold case shooting, cold case unit, right? That focuses.
They focus in on it.
Yeah,
but it is also budgetarily driven.
Yes, I mean, for instance, why can't we have another thing that I want to do? Why can't we have detectives assigned to specific neighborhoods? We know where the crimes are happening.
Detectives from where though?
Homicide detectives.
Okay, from the BPD.
From BPD.
Okay.
Assigned. I mean, the murders. The map shows clearly.
Yeah, you can.
It's in Dorchester. It's in Roxbury.
It's Warren and Blue Hill Avenue.
Right.
Just start there.
Start there, right? So, by having detectives assigned to those communities makes sense, particularly homicide detectives, because if it happens again, they can keep building with those neighborhoods, right? Okay. The other thing that, in fact, Gross talked about a little earlier today, where I saw him at the Urban Update, is we have to go back to real community policing, where it involves walking beat police officers, not just It's great to have them in cars. It's great to have them
walking
bikes.
On each corner,
right?
And on the hot spots.
On the hot spots, and the same cops coming back to those neighborhoods. They build with the community, because one-on-one, you walk to the you walk into the businesses, you see the same kids, you see the same people. Then people start. This is about the trust I'm talking about that we need to rebuild with the police.
There's got to be trust and communication, because even with the last two recent shootings, I think there was a shout out that people are not providing information. Either is we use the language is don't snitch.
Right.
I'm not going to be targeted. The reprisal, it's complicated.
It's complicated, right? I mean, another thing that alludes to this conversation is witness protection.
Yes.
Right?
Not enough money in the budget for it.
Not enough money in the budget. Again, this is something I'm proud to say. When I came in on Beacon Hill, it was $90,000 and working
for the entire state.
For the entire state, and I was actually chair of the Boston delegation at that time, and I worked with my colleagues. We increased it to $250. It's been $250 since. We need to at least $1 million to allow real resources to protect the community witnesses.
If you have just tuned in to the community focused program, you have been listening to Representative Evandro Carvalho, who talked about his background and why he's doing what he's doing, the issues. We've talked substantively about what he would do if he said, promote me. And so the question becomes is that as we close out, a few seconds, just tell them the last word that you would have is what would you say real quick to what you would say to the audience?
Tell them this. It's time that we elect one of us, man. Like, no one understands the system like I do, period, right now. I'm an expert on this. I grew up in this community. I'm back in this community, raising a family. I've been a former prosecutor, and I'm a lawmaker.
He gets it. He has articulated his vision. This is Darnell Williams, a.k.a. Dr. D in the house, asking you to go out not only to have a blessed day, but a blessed week.